What's up, everybody? Welcome back to JR Sneaker Show. I'm JR, and today I got something very cool for you. So, picked up these sneakers, I would say about a week back. I was able to hit them on a shock drop that Sneakers app did, and I'll put a picture up here or here to show how I got them. There was a lot of talk about the sneaker retroing this year, and I was watching all my feeds and Instagram and all my sneaker feeds and all the sneakerheads I follow, and so I kind of knew they were going to drop the other day, and so when they did, I wasn't too surprised. So I went ahead and I think I joined the draw. I can't remember. I think there was a draw, and ended up it was like not even a couple minutes later, maybe like 5-6 minutes later, I can't remember, but it was like got him. I was like, wow. So this pair of sneakers I've owned, this is the third time in my life I've owned this sneaker. I owned this sneaker back in 1993, I would say 93, 94, something like that, because I know they came out in 93 right around April, which would have been closer towards the end of the year. And so back then, in school, I got school sneakers every now and then, but I didn't just get sneakers just to get sneakers. And I remember when these dropped, the Bugs Bunny 8s were really popular, and the the 8s, the Bugs Bunny 8s, the Aqua 8s. Right here I'm sporting this Aqua 8 long sleeve shirt right here. So very comfortable, by the way. Jordan makes some of the best long sleeve shirts and sweatshirts, and so I would have been 5th grade, right? 5th grade, towards the end of 5th grade, and there were some sneakers back then that were really popular, and I remember the Aqua 8s being one of them. And the Aqua 8s were probably the coolest sneakers I had seen in a very long time. The Bugs Bunny 8s were awesome too. I didn't own those personally. The Aqua 8s, I did remember, I think I had a pair of those. I want to say I did. I had a pair of the Aqua 8s, and they had the straps. And I was just like, man, these are so cool. And then they dropped the Playoff 8s, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a tough one. How am I gonna get these? And back then sneakers were like $95, $100, and so I remember, I think it was towards the end of the school year. It was probably summertime, and my mom ended up getting them for me, and I actually wore them that summer. I wasn't supposed to wear them that summer because I was supposed to keep them for 6th grade. And so I remember showing up to 6th grade, and I had them, and they didn't look brand new. They weren't my new sneakers anymore. So anyway, but this is good times, and love that sneaker. I mean, that sneaker has been one of my favorites since it came out. It's one of the sneakers that Jordan won his championship in. Jordan has won, he's played in a lot of sneakers, right? But there has only been 6 sneakers, because of his 6 rings, that he actually won a championship wearing. And so this is one of them. But before we get started, I want to show you just kind of a little history. So the Jordan 6 right here, you can see this one. This was the first one that Jordan wore in a championship, winning a championship. This was the Jordan 6. So this is the iconic Jordan 6 infrared, and he wore this during his first championship. You can see I moved my lace lock down to the bottom because that's how I like to do it. So not sure if it's going to focus. There we go. But yeah, infrared 6. Okay, now a lot of people call the 7 the Raptor 7s, right? And I get why, but the reason I wonder is like, why? I know they got the nickname the Raptor 7s, but the Raptor 7s technically didn't come out, the Raptors didn't come out to like 95. So to me, they'll always be the black True Red Jordan 7s, right? I don't own those, and I can't wait. Nike, come on. Y'all need to retro those. So I think the only Jordan 7s I have at the moment are the Cardinals and the French Blue 7s or something like that. So I had the Bordeaux 7s from 2015. I didn't like the quality on those. I ended up getting rid of those. Plus they were too small. I think I had got those like in a 9.5 or a 10. I can't remember. So fast forward. So that's a 7, and then we got the sneaker we're going to be reviewing today, the 8, and that's when Jordan hit his three-peat. So Jordan hit his three-peat in the 8, and then sadly 94 comes around right before I think it was like October is when he made the announcement that he was retiring. And then that's when he went to go play baseball, and then that's when the 9s came out later that year, and you know, he ended up coming back, and then he came out of retirement, and then we had the 9s, the 10s, but then he ended up winning another championship in the 11s right here. And so I know that he wore the Concords, I know he wore the Space Jams, and the Columbias, did he wear those? Just an all-star game. But these are the ones he actually won another championship in. So he won a championship in these sneakers right here. And so this is another part of my collection. So like I said, I have quite a few of them that he actually won his championship in. So the 11s. And then the next year we moved on to the 12s. So Jordan he won a championship in the 12s right here. And I know a lot of people will say that he won them in the flu games, but technically he won his championship game 6, and he was wearing these right here. And so, very cool. So yeah, I haven't worn these yet. These are, I think, the 2022 release, I would say. I don't know, I can't remember at this point. So many releases, so many years. These are DS. So then fast forward to his final year playing against Utah again. And he actually wore the 13s in most of his final year. And then right at the last minute, he busts out the 14s, which are known as the last shot. And that's where Jordan won his last championship, his 6th ring. And he was wearing these right here. These are the Jordan 14 last shot. Now, again, I forgot what year these came out in. I want to say 2018 maybe. But yeah, these are nice. I really like these. These don't get much wear from me. I put some protectors on the bottom because this always gets scratched up like crazy. But yeah, this is a nice one right here. All right. So I'm sorry about the long intro, right? But man, just so much history right here with this sneaker. So anyway, so I'm just glad to have it. Had the sneaker, like I said, this is my 3rd time owning it. The 2nd time I owned it was back in 2012. No, when was it last released? 2000. The last release, whenever it was in their mid 2000s, whatever it was, 2012, I think it was. Or was it 2009? Something like that. Honestly, I can't remember at this point, but I had them, and I liked that sneaker a lot. It was really good, and I wore the crap out of that sneaker, and it got so beat up and falling apart. I think the straps were coming off, and so I ended up tossing that or donating it. But now look at that, we got the OG box right here. So cool to have this back. And these are in a 10.5. Like I said, I got these from the Sneakers app. Hit on that again, so that was pretty cool. These come with the black trash bag, like you can see right here. Black plastic bag. Oh man, Oh man, this is crazy. This is nuts right here. This is some nostalgia. Let me hit you with that Shooya. Right here, the Air Jordan 8 black and red playoffs. Man, these are awesome. And then inside there, I don't know if you can see that, but it says Nike Air. And on the bottom, you got like all these graffiti hits and stuff like that. They got the straps right there. And then right there on the side, let me see if you can see that. It says Jordan, Air Jordan on the side right here on the strap. You can see the side right here. It's like a leather nubuck, really nice material. Same thing here on the side, which is kind of weird because I don't remember them being like this when I originally had my pair. But I honestly don't have any pictures from back in the day. And man, I wish I had some pictures of me wearing these back in the day, because I remember I used to wear these big time. So yeah, these are great. And you can see there's like a kind of shiny on the bottom. It's like a shiny black. I do remember this being gray down here, and not black. It was like a gray color, but I don't know, I could be wrong. But yeah, these look good. They look good all blacked out like that. And then you can see they look like the 2015 Aqua Ace that came out. They got that like kind of like sprinkly, glittery kind of touch right there. Like I said, I definitely don't have my pair from 1993, so can't do a comparison. But yeah, I do remember this being gray a little bit. So, but I don't know, maybe that was my pair in the 2000s. So got something little on there. But yeah, this is a pretty cool sneaker. You can see back here it's got these bumps right here, and then it's got the Velcro that goes all the way around. Very, very cool. And then my favorite thing about this sneaker is this this Jumpman right here. It's like a carpet right there. It's got carpet and it's got the Jumpman. That 23 is so freaking cool. A lot of people like to wear these unstrapped. I could never decide, so I would always do one and one. I would do one strap, one unstrap. And but back then, I mean, I used to play basketball in my sneakers, and so when I would play basketball in them, I would strap them up like I was Jordan. and get on there. You can see the tongue right here. Very cool. It's got a lot of details. It's got like some graffiti print all in the back right there, you can see. Very cool. Just all kinds of stuff going on in there. And this one right here, it has like a it says Nike here on the inside right there. Let me see if I can get those laces out a little bit. So I can get the camera to focus. There we go. But yeah, and it's got the red tab too. That's another cool thing that they did. They brought back the red tab. I want to say that the originals had the red tab. And then they ended up switching over to a black tab, I think it was. But they made these a lot like the OGs. So I'm assuming that if they did like this cracked leather right here, that it's a lot like what they gave us on the OGs back in '93. So, yeah. But yeah, this is very cool. Very, very, very clean sneaker. I don't know when I'm going to wear this. I know I haven't even worn these guys yet. And so I don't know when these will get wear. I like them because they're all black, so they're easy to keep clean. These are all white bottoms, so these are hard to stay clean. right here, but I mean, there's just something about these collectible ones that, I don't know, I wear them, but I don't like to wear them because I like to keep them looking pristine. Like this one right here, you know, you can see it's fairly even worn. Same thing with the breads, pretty clean looking. And then same thing with the, I mean, these are just starting to yellow from age, but I mean, for the most part, they're in really good shape. Pretty clean. So, what do y'all think about this? Are y'all going after this? Is this something that is a must for y'all? For me, it was definitely a must. I mean, I had to get this back in the collection, and the quality on it is really good. Nike knocked it out the park on this one. Man, this brings back a lot of nostalgia, a lot of memories, and just really glad to have it back in the collection. So anyway, very cool. Well, anyway, I'm not gonna do it on feet because I'm not putting these on yet. So, but they will stay in my collection. So everybody, I really appreciate you coming by and spending some time. JR Sneaker Show. God bless you, and I'm out.